It sounds so dirty. Hey guys, what's up? It's Matt86, and today I'm looking at the K580 VATA, or VATA, I mean, I'm not really sure. The VATA one, and what this is kind of a replacement to what the K557 was. If you ever saw my K557 video, Redragon went a little bit rogue and kind of changed it. While they were still including the switches you could swap into it, they soldered the bottom of the switches to the actual keyboard, so there was no more removing it, and people were actually damaging it. Now, in true Redragon fashion, they didn't really tell you they did this, and they kind of left it up to you to sort of figure out, which we sort of did on that old video. You can check that video out here if you want to see it, or maybe this side. I don't know what side it pops up on. I'm always backwards trying to quickly figure that out. Anyways, this is the K580, and I won't waste too much of your time. We'll kind of go with the same format, and we'll start with a sound test so that you can hear what each of the switches sound like if you haven't heard them. Now, these are new Outemu switches that come with braced cross-stem setup, and all that is still a cross-stem, but it actually has like a kind of a bracket on each side to sort of help brace it to diminish key wobble, which wasn't really a big deal to me on any of the cross-stem ones, but the extra stability kind of adds that extra level of quality. I think it's a good choice because Outemu is one of my favorite switches that a company could probably use. Those and Kale switches and of course Cherry switches. Anyways, let's pause here and take a listen to what the actual keyboard sounds like in comparison with others, as well as the switches that it comes with, which are going to be brown, black, blue, and red. Now it comes stock with blue, so that's what you're going to hear first. So as I kind of mentioned, it comes with those sample switches, and I've noticed in the past that people were posting that they tried putting Gatorons or other two-prong switches that should technically work in there, and they didn't have any successful luck. I will say when you're putting these switches in, you need to be very careful. These two prongs bend easily, and they have a very precise two holes that they need to go in. I myself have accidentally bent them before, had to pull them out, fix it, and put them back in. You just need to bend it back into place and then put it into the proper holes and firmly push it down. You get the keycap removal tool, which you of course take the keycap off first with that, and then there's two little prongs on there on each switch that you want to push in with the metal clip. Now the way I do it is I push those metal clips in and then I stick my other finger through and pull it up, gently wiggling it a little bit. That way the key comes up pretty easily without damaging the switch itself. Keyboard construction is actually really nice. I like this keyboard a lot. I especially like the volume wheel, that if you hit the volume toggle button over here on the keyboard, it will actually toggle it to control the lights and then go right back to doing the volume once you hit it again for volume. But other than that, they're pretty basic media keys, pretty basic volume wheel. I wish there was a USB pass-through on the back. That would have made this solid for me. I'm a big stickler for that. I love USB pass-throughs on keyboards. I wish I would have seen that here. It would have made it, you know, cherry on top. Construction's overall pretty nice aluminum mixed with some pretty quality durable plastic. Now the feet on the back I felt were a little bit on the cheap side, the ones that raise it up. Overall, not a big deal. It does hold the desk pretty well, just as well as the 557 did, just as well as the 550 does, just as well as these Logitech and Corsair keyboards behind me do. I have no problems with it sliding around. It's got a good durable weight to it. It also has a lot of stock lighting features, as well as for probably one of the second, maybe first times, I'm not really sure, that Redragon's UI software has actually worked for me. It does have a lot of stock features built in, more so than the 557, I feel like anyways, and more so definitely than like the 550's stock lighting features. We'll pause here too, and that way you can just kind of listen to music. I'll speed it up a little bit, and you can kind of see some of the lighting features that it comes with stock if you're not interested in messing with the UI software. I almost forgot to mention that on the sides are two independent working lights on both left and right sides that glow out onto your desk, your table space, wherever you have it set up. These lights run independent from the actual lighting on the keyboard itself behind each switch. So if you don't want these lights on glowing out to the sides, you can turn it off. They also have some pre-built features that are again separate from what's going on the keyboard, so you can swap those around as you like. There are static colors you can pick from, as well as a couple color features where there's glow or like a rainbow dash kind of thing, and pick what you want or turn it off. I thought that was pretty cool, nice little extra feature. Also quickly touching on that UI software, it's pretty small, it's pretty easy. It looks like most generic companies, not that Redragon's a generic company, but it looks like most companies' little UI software suites where you can do things like macro recording as well as go in there and customize lighting. You also have the ability to record on the fly and save to profiles utilizing these keys at the top left of the keyboard. I was very pleasantly surprised with this keyboard. I actually like it a lot. I think they took the things of the 557 which were useless, sort of like the non-usable wrist rest that's forcibly attached to it that you can't get rid of, and they got rid of that. They slimmed it down. They made it a nice full 10 key mechanical keyboard at a very good price of around $50 depending on where you're looking, and I'm stoked by it. I think it's great. Again, a USB pass-through would have really just been the cherry on top for me, but everything about it's been awesome. It's been great. You've got UI software that works with this one, which I like a lot, and it's just a nice, sleek looking nice gaming keyboard. I will say that Redragon just kind of refuses to get away from that really overly gamer font that they use on all their keycaps. I think that that's a little bit too much. The keycaps are double shot injection. If I didn't mention that, I think that's important to some people. It's good to know. But I wish they'd go with something a little more modern-esque or something a little more unique than something you see on just about every budget keyboard out there. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. This is the newer Redragon K580. It is their redemption to things like the K557, which they may or may not have messed you over on if you bought one that had soldered switches. Anyways, guys, have a great day, night, whatever it is, and I'll see you in the next video that I do.